This example for disease in which nutrition plays some role, as osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, some forms of cancer. Example number 2, diseases with a strong nutritional component, as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, obesity. Number 3, third example, diseases caused by nutritional deficiencies or toxicities. Example, pellagra, scurvy, iron deficiency anemia, other vitamin and mineral deficiencies, nutrient toxicities. Number 3, moving from the labs to epidemiology, it has been proved that nutritional health problems are multifactorial, as education, demography, agriculture, and rural development. Definitions. We can define food as products derived from plants or animals that can be taken into the body to give it energy for the maintenance of life, growth, and repair of tissues. We can define diet as the foods and beverages a person eats and drinks. Nutrition is the science of foods and nutrients and other substances they contain and of their actions within the body, including ingestion, digestion, absorption, transport, metabolism, and excretion. A broader definition of nutrition includes the social, economic, cultural, and psychological implication of food and eating. Another definition is dietetics, which is the practical applications of principles of nutrition. It includes the planning of meals for the well and the sick. Classification of food. We have 3 classifications for food. Number 1, classification by origin. Number 2, classification by chemical composition. Number 3, classification by predominant function. We will explain each one forward. Classification by origin, it includes foods of animal origin and foods of vegetable origin, while classification by predominant function can be classified into bodybuilding foods, example, milk, meat, poultry, fish, egg, pulses, etc. Number 2, energy-giving foods, example, cereals, sugars, fats, and oils. Number 3, protective foods, example, vegetables, fruits, etc. Nutrients are organic and inorganic complexes contained in food. Each nutrient has specific functions in the body. Macronutrients includes proteins with its daily requirement 60 grams per day, fats with its daily requirement 15 grams per day, carbohydrates its daily requirement 100 grams per day. This is the healthy daily requirement. While micronutrients includes vitamins and minerals with its daily requirement by milligrams and micrograms per day. Food choices. People decide what to eat, when to eat, and even whether to eat in highly personal ways, often based on behavioral or social motives rather than on an awareness of nutrients' importance to health. Many different food choices can support good health, and an understanding of nutrition helps you make sensible selections more often. We will explain food choices forward. One of the factors depend food choice on is personal preference. The number one reason people choose foods is taste. They like certain flavors. Two widely shared preferences are for the sweetness of sugar and savoriness of salt. Liking high-fat foods also appears to be a universally common preference. Other preferences might be for the hot peppers. Some research suggests that genetics may influence people's food preferences. Another factor for food choices is habit. People sometimes select foods out of habit. They eat cereals every morning, for example, simply because they have always eaten cereals for breakfast. Eating of familiar food and not having to make any decisions can be comforting. So by habit, it is very simple. Another factor affecting food choice is ethnic, heritage, ethnic heritages of or tradition. Among the strongest influences on food choices are ethnic heritage and tradition. We continue with ethnic heritage or tradition. Among the strongest influences on food choices are ethnic heritage and tradition. People eat the foods they grow up eating. Every country, and in fact every region of a country, has its own typical foods and ways of combining them into meals. The American diet includes many ethnic foods from various countries, all adding variety to the diet. Social interactions also affect the food choice. Most people enjoy companionship while eating. It's fun to go out with friends for pizza or ice cream. Meals are social events, and sharing food is part of hospitality. Social customs invite people to accept food or drink offered by a host or shared by a group. Another factor is availability and convenience and economy. People eat food that are accessible, quick, and easy to prepare, and within their financial means. Today's consumers value convenience and are willing to spend more than half of their food budget on meals that require little, if any, further preparation. They frequently eat out, bring home ready-to-eat meals, or have food delivered. Another factor is positive and negative associations. People tend to like particular foods associated with happy occasions such as hot dogs at ball games or cake and ice cream at birthday parties. By the same token, people can develop aversion and dislike foods that they ate when they felt sick or that were forced on them. By using foods as rewards or punishments, parents may inadvertently teach their children to like and dislike certain foods. Another factor is emotional comfort. Some people cannot eat when they are emotionally upset. Others may eat in response to a variety of emotional stimuli, for example, to relieve depression or to calm anxiety. A depressed person may choose to eat rather than to call a friend. A person who has returned home from an exciting evening out may unwind with a late night snack. These people may find emotional comfort in part because foods can influence the brain's chemistry and the mind's response. Carbohydrates and alcohol, for example, tend to calm, whereas proteins and caffeine are more likely to activate. Eating in response to emotion can easily lead to overeating and obesity, but it may be appropriate at times. For example, sharing food at times of bereavement. Another factor is values. Food choices may reflect people's religious beliefs, political views, or environmental concerns. For example, many Christians forego meat during Lent, the period prior to Easter, and Muslims fast between sunrise and sunset during Ramadan, the ninth month of Islamic calendar. Another factor is body weight and image. Sometimes people select certain foods and supplements that they believe will improve their physical appearance and avoid those they believe might be detrimental. Such decisions can be beneficial when based on sound nutrition and fitness knowledge, but decisions based on fads or carried to extremes undermine good health, as pointed out in later decisions of eating disorders. Another factor is nutrition and health benefits. Many consumers make food choices that will benefit health. Food manufacturers and restaurant chefs have responded to scientific findings linking health with nutrition by offering an abundant selection of health-promoting foods and beverages. We have two definitions: functional foods and phytochemicals. Functional foods are foods that contain physiologically active components that provide health benefits beyond their nutrients contributions, as oatmeals or tomatoes, while phytochemicals are non-nutrient compounds found in plant-derived food that have biological activity in the body. Examples of these functional foods include orange juice, fortified with calcium to help build strong bones, and margarines made with plant sterol that lowers blood cholesterol. Thank you very much for listening. هسه راح نفتح الشات. حتى نستقبل الأسئلة. اللي يريد يرفع ايده حتى مباشرة الانميوت راح اسويه، نسمع اصواتكم، تفضلوا. بس واحد ورفعوا اليد قبل الكلام بدون زحمة. تفضل.
دكتور، يعني بس بدنا نبذة تعريفية عن الموضوع، يعني اشرح ناخذ يعني قاعدة الكور موضوع في المجتمع.
تكلمنا بالبداية انه راح ناخذ الشغلات عن النيوتريشن. النيوتريشن هي العلاقة مال البادي human body with the nutrition، الفائدة مال التغذية، زين، الأمراض اللي راح يتعرض لها الجسم بسبب التغذية، وشغلات اللي تتعلق بين النيوتريشن والهيلث. زين.
نعم.
ما أدري إذا كنت موجود من البداية داخل المحاضرة لو بعد.
أول 5 دقائق.
نتأخر شوي. هي تكلمنا عليها بالبداية. حط الصورة هنا إذا تشوفها. الأوبجكتيفز مال الكورس أوف نيوتريشن، نتكلم عن الميتابوليزم مال الدايت، ونعرف المصطلحات العامة بالنسبة للميجر هيومن نيوترينتس، نتكلم عن الريكوايرمنتس مال النيوترينتس في قسم من السبيشال جروب اوف هيومن بينجز، وراح نحكي عن الانتراكشن بين الانفكشن والنيوتريشنال ستاتس اوف individuals، وراح نتكلم ايضا عن النيوتريشن مال populations، وراح نعرف الميجر نيوتريشنال ديزيزز.
نفس الهم. اي نعم.
تفضل قصي.
يكون موضوع مهم نركز عينه بين محاضرة كلها، يعني نقرأ نفس المستوى. يعني
هسه عندنا بها كلاسيفيكيشنز وبها تعاريف، زين، فممكن يجي كلاسيفيكيشن، ممكن يجي تعاريف، وراح نشوف المواضيع اللي بالمحاضرات الجايه ان شاء الله. شكو شغلات متعلقه خاصه، يعني راح نتكلم عن ديزيز، راح نتكلم عن الميتابوليزم، راح نتكلم عن certain foods، زين، علاقتها بالهيومن بادي.
تمام دكتور، شكرا.
عفوا عين.
الو دكتور، تسمعني؟
تفضل.
دكتور، بس بالنسبه للمحاضرات اذا ممكن تنطينا هي قبل لا تبدي المحاضره، يعني مثلا بيوم او شيء، حتى يعني نسحبها من يصير الشرح نتابع معك حتى نعرف ايش يعني يسالون الطلاب او شيء. تعرف هسه ما قدامنا المحاضره، فيعني عبرت شويه بسرعه فما لحقنا نسجل اسئله او شيء، فاذا ممكن تبعث لي المحاضره قبل لا تبدي البث.
ان شاء الله مستقبلا على الاسبوع الجاي عندكم محاضره واحده اسبوعيا، زين، نشوف
يوم
شلون راح يصير ويا فرع الباطنيه، زين، حتى نوصل لكم.
نعم.
اما نوصل لكم
نعم.
المحاضرات مجموعه او نشوف اسبوع باسبوع.
والله يكون افضل اذا مجموعه، يكون افضل والله دكتور، لان حتى طلابهم يسحبوها مره واحده يخلوها يوم.
مستقبلا ان شاء الله نشوف الوضع شلون راح يصير.
ان شاء الله ان شاء الله. شكرا جزيلا دكتور، تعبناك معنا.
اهلا. اذا ماكو اسئله بعد راح نغلق الميتينج. شكرا جزيلا. عز ملاي.